Yo, 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 yo. Good afternoon. Is it good afternoon or is it good morning? Wait. Hey YouTube, hey YouTube. Welcome back to my channel. Let me see how I can angle this telephone of mine. Yes, I am filming with my telephone and most of my videos are filmed by my telephone. Yes, my mobile phone, you know. Anywho guys, I am back into this channel and I know it's been quite some time for a while that I haven't been making videos, and I'm sure maybe some of you have not even noticed that I've been gone, but it's alright guys. So I'm back on here and I'm making another one of my video. I think it's been 2 weeks since I made that video, but I'm back again. Hello YouTube and welcome back to my channel. Did I even welcome you guys? Okay, let me stop goofing around. Anywho guys, today I am coming to you with a video, and this video is in regards to, as you can see the title, you already know what this video is about. Okay, so if black is beautiful, why is it that as black women sought into changing our appearance? Why do we do that? And that is what I want to tackle today. And guys, I might not be as eloquent as most of the American YouTubers are. First of all, I am warning you guys that English is not my first language, so you are actually even lucky that we can understand each other's dialogue. Like, you can understand my little bit of English that I'm throwing out there. And yes guys, I'm going to try as much as possible to be as much eloquent as possible. I am not eloquent. I have got no finesse whatsoever. I just come as I go. I come, you know. So whatever it is this video is gonna sound like, get whatever it is that you want to get from this video, and whatever it is that you don't want from this video, spit it out. Forget it. Oh my god, I actually spat. Oh my god, I told you guys, I warned you, I got no finesse at all. Anywho, goofing aside, let's come and do this video. Guys, listen, I don't understand why, but it is what it is. That I think because of we were born and we found the eras of slavery had already passed, and our people were regarded by, in those segregation and those slavery days, as ugly people. And if I had a picture of oh god, I think I must have yeah, there is an article I was reading where in those days they used to put us in cages, and there was a picture of a certain woman that was actually, it was taken in 1958, and a kid, she was not a woman, as a little girl who was in a cage. I think it might have been in US or somewhere, but this kid was in a cage, and the white people were actually like coming to see her in a cage and feeding her banana. Like, seriously, like, this is how it used to get. Like, they used to see us as really literally ugly people, and we were born into it. And some of us actually think that being born into a black skin is a curse. And that is why most black women are sorting into changing our appearances so much. It's because of just how we are, like, just brought up to fail. Like, even mostly when you are in school, you find that the people who have, the lighter the better. If your skin is lighter, you are regarded as successful, economically or socially, or even in relationships. People tend to think that you land the boyfriends and whatever. But guys, and I know the girls have sorted out into into bleaching them skins to actually look lighter. And I've seen that even the celebrities, there are people who we are actually supposed to emulate and see, and actually the little girls are looking up to them and wanting to be like them. But even them, they have succumbed into this notion of the lighter, the beautiful. Look at Nicki Minaj and look at Michael Jackson. And I know for him, people, please don't bash me for mentioning him. I know he's the king of pop. Most of the people are actually exalting him and everything. But he used to have, I would say, like most of us, self-hate. That we just don't like the way we look and we want to change it. And I know that for him particularly, he had a vitiligo, and the vitiligo caused his skin to have patches, and he sorted out into bleaching the rest of his skin to match the patches that he had. That is allegedly what I read from them, the media, or from his biography. Yes, guys. So yeah, you see people like Nicki Minaj, you see Michael Jackson, you see Beyonce, you see Lil Kim, you see even most African people, like even in the African community. I'm living in America, but I live outside America, but I see it, like things that are happening in Hollywood are seen worldwide, so we know what is going on. And we wouldn't say that it is the media that has caused us to actually hate ourselves. I personally think that we are just, I don't know, because I was honestly raised in Africa, and I was born and raised in Africa, and I started school in the most rural Africa, where it didn't matter whether you looked darker or you looked browner or you looked whatever. It just didn't matter. Yes, I know that lighter skinned people were regarded as pretty or beautiful or whatever you may call them. It didn't matter if they have the not really nice features, but if they are, when I say not really nice picture, it didn't matter if they were ugly. If their skin were light, they were automatically regarded as beautiful. So even I have a friend of mine who is lighter skinned than me, and she hates her hair like most of us. She hates her hair, and she ended up marrying a British guy, and not British, Scottish guy, and now she has a little girl. And when she was pregnant with the little girl, I was always telling her, please try as much as possible to get her dolls that are not as much surgically enhanced dolls, like the Barbie dolls that look unrealistic, like they have boobs, they have lips, they have everything enhanced, like not, like really not ideal, like it is not realistic, these dolls. And most of these dolls are the dolls that are sold in the market, unfortunately, the blondes, the blue eyes, the everything perky, everything looking perfect. And I told her, try not to buy her these dolls. It's better to buy her the dolls, what is it called, the stuffed dolls with the dark material, like the African stuffed dolls with these kind of dolls. If you are an African woman, you'll understand these kind of dolls. I told her, try as much as possible to buy her mostly black dolls, so that she can actually embrace her black ethnicity and embrace her looks, and not grow up to hate her features, because she might grow up to be a little bit of not the skinny top model type, or she might not have the perky boobs or things that these dolls have, and she might end up hating herself or not liking the way she looks. But she just said that she just made her kid to love Barbie dolls, and her kids have all sorts of Barbie dolls and everything, everything over the top, Barbie dolls, Cinderella, everything, and pink and all. It's not that it's bad, But the kid came back from school one day because she had very curly hair. And again, my friend refused to shave her kids' hair because she said that she doesn't want her kids' hair to be nappy like her hair, the mom's hair, because the mom's hair is quite like difficult to manage. So she said, I don't want to shave her hair, so because her hair, I don't want her hair to be nappy. So I know that this is where it has come to. The little girl, the other day I was with them, and the little girl was saying that oh, I'm not black. I'm not black like you, mommy. I'm not black. I am white. I am white. And the kid is doing her hair like this, and the kid wants everything to do with white. You know why? Because she's so exposed to the Disney movies that are all black, you know, all as in all white, and she's just exposed to all these stereotype, blue eyes, Cinderella, and you know, this is what Alicia is exposed to. And I tried to tell her mom, but her mom is like, no, she's a princess, that is how she is. And you know, like when we grow up, we just want to fit in probably, and we want to be liked, and we want to I want to say this too, but it's true, guys, that most of us have really low self-esteem, and I don't know where it is coming from. We do not believe that we are as beautiful. And even me, as I was growing up, even until later on, I was modeling. You know, I started out in life modeling, and I was rejected in a couple of auditions. And you know, when because I did Miss World, like pageant, and I was not chosen, you know. And I remember I was like really crying because I starved myself. I was so skinny and stuff. And after all that I went through, starving myself and making sure my skin was nice and trying as much as possible to be pretty, and at the end of the day, other girls won, and the girl who won was like actually really light skinned. And from then onwards, I just like didn't see myself as, you know, my self-esteem went really low. I initially had really low self-esteem, but even after I did this modeling thing, I had really low self-esteem. You know, I started having even worse ones. And I remember I was like, there's a girl who used to be a supermodel in America, and she came back to Kenya. She's like 6 foot tall. I am 5'9", and this girl was like auditioned me because she had his own fashion house, and she was auditioning models, and she auditioned me, and she was like telling me how beautiful and how my futures were kind of amazing and stuff. And I was like, girl, how come? They told me I was not good enough, you know. So that is when she was like, oh, look at your cheekbones, girl, look at your face. And I'm like, oh, really? I was doubting myself. And then anyway, I was modeling for her for a bit, and she made have a couple of gigs, you know. And yes, and guys, it happens with all of us. Like we just happen to have it's something that we suffer from. Most of us suffer from. And as we grow older, we tend to find ourselves and realize that, you see that even now the trend is that if you are doing your makeup, you have to we tend to not even like our noses, because we think our noses are big and ugly, and we tend to, you know, contour and slim it down. And some of us sort into making our noses smaller, or even going to plastic surgery to make our noses smaller. And yes, this is something that is happening. And I think that when we say black is beautiful, some of us tend to, not in the black community, this is not the case. Because in the most black community, even if a little girl, if she grew, like, the kids are born and they are hidden into the house. Because the mother says, the reason why I want my kid in the house is because I don't want my kid out in the sun to become dark. This is their reason. And the kids are hidden in as much as possible. And even if somebody gives birth to a kid, and then people come to see the kid for the first time, and the kid is actually dark, people actually laugh at this kid. It's like, The kid is so dark, my goodness. Like, oh my goodness, he's just born and he's so dark. Like, dark in African community is associated with something that is not nice, and I really don't understand why. Because if you even see at the Hollywood, guys, you look at people like Lil Wayne, they have extremely great talents, but look at how they have messed themselves up. It's almost that they have something that they are trying to hide away from, tattooing themselves and making themselves look so different, and almost like body modification and making themselves. And look at people like Kanye West. Not many people, like, I know that Kanye West speaks shit and he's like some of those people apart who is not liked, but I really tend to think that it's because of the way, like, her skin. People just don't find him attractive because he's dark, he's got big lips, and you know, and people, and look, even Beyonce's husband, how many people have ridiculed Jay-Z and said he's ugly and he looks like ape and everything, and most of these ridicules come from black community. You find like people are making these hashtags, team light skin, team what, and team chocolate and team chocolate. Why is it now? Like, I saw somebody was putting on my video. There was a video of mine. I was talking at a life of a single woman living as like dating for a black woman in Dubai, and someone was like commenting into my video and telling me that I am not dark. I'm not a dark skin, I am light skin, so I should not call myself African. Who? I am African. And guys, listen, this is what I want to say, is that I know it's gonna take a long time and a long way. I have to admit, guys, that when I see black models, when I pick up a magazine and I flip the magazine, if I don't find a black model in a magazine, I just keep flipping until I find. If I don't find a black model in the magazine, I don't like that magazine. And it's not because I'm being racist. It's just because I just find somebody who can pull off beauty in this skin, in the dark skin. I find it really extraordinary. And I think that people should start like painting a different picture in regards to black people or black skin. I've seen really extraordinary, like, I really used to look up to Naomi Campbell. She used to be my role model. Up to now, I used to look at her and I just love that woman's features. I used to say to myself, if I can only wake up one day looking like Naomi, damn girl, that woman is like the bomb, you know, like top-notch beauty. And I used to feel like, she's dark, look at her skin, she has never bleached anything. I know that she puts on wigs and stuff, and this is also part of us not liking our nappy heads. And when you look at in the community, in the corporate world, guys, for example, I work as a flight attendant. You wouldn't find anybody, even in my job, they have a type, like the standard of beauty or the standard of grooming type that they want. I wouldn't go with my hair all combed out and hold into a lipondo. What I call lipondo is like a little bun, a bun that you cough and it's already fallen. They will not allow me to have this kind of hair whatsoever. That is not grooming acceptable in my company. So that's why they say they have standards that have already been set. It's either you have a weave, and it's either you have something like this, or you have a braid your hair down, you know, like do cornrows. It is acceptable, and we have to like bow down to the standard, unless I am self-employed. Like right now, I have down underneath this, I have natty. I have dreadlocks underneath my hair. And guys, it has taken me such a long way to actually come to accept myself the way I am. Like I said in my previous video that I never used to find myself beautiful. I used to find myself so ugly. I used to wake up and have nightmares that I am ugly, you know, like just I'm ugly. I used to look at my face in the mirror and just feel like my nose is not good enough, my facial structure is not good enough. And basically because of being bullied, because people were throwing words at me and telling me, and also in in the modeling world, someone say I'm not good enough to even pass, you know. And some things like this are the things that are making us black women down. We don't have thick skin enough to go through this and come out strong, and we succumb into this. And even now, even the elders in our community, you find that if I go like looking like this, you see now my skin is really dark, and I'm telling you guys that I also used to actually lighten my skin, and it's because I had dark spots from acne, and I started by removing these dark spots. And the more I remove these dark spots, I didn't want to stop using it. You just start little by little by, you want to remove dark spots, and then you keep applying it, because when you stop using it, you become darker, and people giving you these comments that, hey, you are dark now, you become dark. And it's also always like dark is associated with something so ugly. So in my head, that is how it started. And then after some time, I just came to realize that, come on, look, if the world was only full of white people, if the world was only full of Asian people, how boring it could have been, guys. Like, look at the different ethnicities in life and in the world. The world is so colorful, and this is what makes it beautiful. And when I look at people of different, like the girls, like sometimes minus the bad attitude, and minus I usually find African girls really beautiful. Like, we just own it, you know. We start, especially when, and I try as much as possible to compliment somebody. Like, if I find an African girl or at work, I say, oh, you look really beautiful, oh, thank you, you know. And I just make them days, because not many of us get compliments. We are not complimented by our parents. Our parents, like, we are dark, our parents give us these comments that, oh, my kid is dark. Oh, my kid is as dark as a night. You can only see their teeth. And even my boyfriend jokes and say, oh, when I'm speaking to him on Skype and maybe my room is dark, he says, I can only see your teeth, babe. You're so dark in the night, you know. And now I just laugh it off. It does not offend me. But before, when I used to be younger, such things used to really offend me, and I used to succumb into bleaching my skin. And now I have friends. I have people who, like, I have a friend called Patricia. She's so beautiful, and her skin is like mahogany, like so beautiful, so rich, so dark, so chocolate. And it's not because we are having this self-exalt and we feel like, oh, we are wow. No, it's because we have to learn to accept the way we are. Yes, I know that this hair is the way it is right now, and some of you might even try to bash me for having this hair that I'm wearing right now. But guys, remember, you have to have protective style in your hair. Try as much as possible, if you think that it's easy, if you have 4C hair, or I don't know, we have categories of hair. Mine is the hard of the hardest. The one that if you leave it, you comb it, you put a comb inside and you stand with the comb. It's torture having my hair. So it's either I sort into putting chemicals to make it easy to manage, which I don't want, or it's either I put protective style like this, or I leave it knotted. And I have dreadlocks right now, and they are still trying to knot, and when they are trying to get mature, they are not as neat as it should be. And that is the reason why I don't want to explain myself more than that. And we are getting there. Even me, I'm getting there to a point where I'm accepting myself more just the way I am, and trying to embrace it and to emulate it to the young girls out there. Like, you can be beautiful black, you know, like, cultivate the inner beauty first, and then it will just flow from the outside, and the people will see you, you know, your beauty, you know, coming from within, just exuding to outside, you know, like already manifesting from outside. Guys, this video is taking too long. I think this is the longest video I've ever made. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and kindly subscribe to my channel. It gives a smile, puts a smile on my face. And I hope to see you in my next video. If you like, give me suggestion on the next video you want me to film. And if you like this video, again, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in my next one. Have a lovely day. Bye.